There is a massive boost to DPS that you can add to your character that not really that many people are talking about too much. It's definitely very hidden, and there's a few reasons why. First of all, it's a little bit tricky, and second of all, it won't actually show up on your character sheet. So a lot of people think that because it doesn't show up on your character sheet, that it doesn't actually exist. Well, it definitely exists, and I wanted to share with you guys some information as well as do a little bit of testing as to what this massive DPS boost is. When I say massive, I really do mean massive. People are reporting that this is adding between 20 to 30% of the overall DPS on their character in Chaos Raid. So you can see why this would be quite a big help to pretty much everybody. And I have a feeling like if more people were aware of this, then Chaos Raids would actually be a bit easier than they are right now. So let's get into some details on pets and how the pet bonus attack actually works. So there's a whole bunch of different bonuses that you end up unlocking when you get your pets to certain levels. I've already talked about that a bit before in videos in the past. Just use my pet as an example here. When you end up getting your pet to level 30, I'll get 3% extra attack speed. When I get my pet to level 50, I'll get 2.8% piercing. If you have an epic pet, you get a third bonus talent unlocked at level 10. And of course, green pets only have that one bonus talent that's unlocked at level 50. But I'm not actually talking about the bonus talents. That is a great way to add some extra DPS to your character, but the big massive boost to extra damage is going to be from the pet bonus attack. It's actually going to be the white text that you see at the top. Now, as you continuously level up your pet is going to gain bonus attack. However, your own character and you yourself are going to get a percentage of your pet's bonus attack when your pet is summoned. This won't show up in your character sheet. So if you go to my character sheet and I summon my pet versus dismissing my pet, you won't notice anything really change at all. So because of this, a lot of people aren't very well aware of this, but I wanted to talk about it today, and I also wanted to test it out a little bit. And I urge you guys to do the same thing as well, especially if you guys have a really high level pet. Go and test this out. Go to a training dummy and do something very similar to what I'm about to do in this video. And you guys will see that this is definitely very real and very, very significant. So what actually happens is as you continuously level up your pet gains bonus attack, but you are going to get a percentage of that bonus attack as well. Now it's going to be hidden, so you won't be able to see it, but you will definitely be able to feel it when you go to a training dummy. So let's test this out. Let's summon a non-combat pet with no bonus stats at all, just my strong piggy. This is just an inventory pet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this out on a training dummy. I'm just going to use one skill, and if I end up getting this red buff that shows up right above my cursor, I'm going to back away for a few seconds because that's actually going to skew the numbers a little bit. But besides that, you'll be able to get a general feel for the DPS numbers that I am doing on my character. So let's test this out. And you'll see that a lot of the numbers are in the 13,000 range and a lot of numbers in the 12,000 range as well. So lots of 12,000s, lots of 13,000s, and you'll see a few 14,000s as well. Now, when you do take a look at the 14,000s, take a look and see what the highest numbers that you see are, and also just focus on the general numbers as well. You'll see a lot of mixing between 12 and 13,000 numbers. I'll do this for a few more seconds. Don't look at the critical numbers, of course, because that's going to be skewed a little bit. But generally speaking, lots of 12,000s, lots of 13,000s, and occasionally you'll see some 14,000s. Don't want to test it with this red buff, though. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my combat pet. I'm going to switch to my duckling here, and you'll definitely notice that the numbers are a bit more skewed towards way less 12,000s, way more 14,000s, and just generally speaking, quite a bit more 13,000s as well. So you'll see it's definitely pretty rare now to just see a number in the 12,000s. And if you do see a number in the 12,000s, it's usually pretty high. It's 12,700 plus. You're seeing a lot more 14,000s as well. And just generally speaking, the average number is actually a lot higher. I'm even seeing a couple of 15,000s as well. So we'll take a look at this for another few seconds and then I'll switch back. And you'll definitely be able to notice, even with a level 11 pet, you can tell that there is a difference in the damage numbers that I am doing. So very few 12,000s, more 14,000s than usual, and quite a bit 13,000s. Occasionally I'll even see a 15,000 or a very, very high 14,000. I'm seeing some 14,900s. Okay, and now let's switch back to the strong piggy. And the numbers will have fallen a little bit. Now, it's not massive because my pet is only level 11, but you can tell even with just the level 11 pet, you can notice a difference for sure. Now I'm seeing a lot more 12,000 numbers. I'm seeing numbers in the low 12,000s. I'm not seeing numbers in the high 14,000s like I did before. And there is definitely a noticeable difference for sure. So I urge you guys to go and test this out yourself, especially if you have a higher level pet. Now, that was just with a level 11 blue pet, right? My pet has been neglected. I've been spending my mesos on a lot of other stuff, including giving them away, because in one of the last videos, I decided to give away 50 million mesos on the US West server. So that's what I'm going to be doing with a lot of my money instead of leveling up my pet, unfortunately. But as I do get my pet to a higher level, maybe I'll do another test like this in the future as I get to level 30, 40, maybe 50. If you have an epic pet that's close to level 50, you'll notice the difference is huge. So test this out yourself, spread the knowledge, tell everyone, because it's definitely noticeable. So now if you're in the same situation that I am and you have a low level pet, what are some things that you can do to kind of catch up? Because that's definitely a situation that I find myself is I've been neglecting my pet for a whole bunch of different reasons. Obviously, I make a lot of videos and I have to spread my resources across a whole bunch of different stuff. I can't put all my mesos in one place. I got to do a bunch of different stuff. But what can you do to kind of catch up here? Well, let me explain a little bit about pet experience. So if you guys are in a position that I'm at and you're a little bit behind, hopefully you can catch up a little bit. So first of all, you have this pet fusion bonus. Now this is going to be the same experience for every single pet fusion, regardless of the quality of pet. So it doesn't matter whether you use a white pet, whether you use a green pet, or whether you use a blue pet. Every single pet fusion bonus is going to be a total of 3,000 additional experience. This is going to be for the first 25 pets that you fuse every single day. And again, it doesn't matter what the quality is. So that's an extra 75,000 bonus experience that you can end up getting from this pet fusion bonus. And that's pretty significant. If you take a look at the price of pets on the black market, 75,000 experience is definitely worth quite a few mesos. So you want to be using this every single day if you can. Now, what if you don't have a pet that you want to level up right now? I could definitely see a lot of people being in that boat. I was in that boat for a while before I actually found this pet right here. And what I would actually recommend is, instead of leveling up the pet that you have already, like me, I would level up green pets. And what I would do is I would get them as close to level 2 as you possibly can, and you could still take advantage of this pet fusion bonus every single day. Now, when you get your pets close to level 2, you can actually take the already leveled pets in the future. So if I level up these slimes to level 2 or close to level 2, you don't quite want to hit it, I can end up saving them for the future and then fuse them into whatever pet it is that I end up getting in the future. And you will get most of the experience. There is a small penalty. It's around 10%, but you will still get most of the experience. So what this does is it still allows you to take advantage of this pet fusion bonus every single day, even if you don't actually have a pet that you have leveling up right now. Now, something else really important, and a reason why you definitely want to be doing this every single day, is because pets also have diminishing returns. So white pets, for example, will start off by giving you 1,500 experience. With the pet fusion bonus, that's 3,000 bonus experience for 4,500 experience. Green pets will give you 3,000 experience to start off, and they give you 3,000 bonus experience from the pet fusion. Blue pets will give you 12,000 experience to start off, 3,000 bonus experience from the pet fusion. But the thing is, the more pets that you fuse every single day, even beyond the pet fusion bonus, they actually start to have diminishing returns on the experience. White pets will start off at 1,500 experience, but as you use more and more of them, you actually get a penalty, and eventually you're only going to be getting 20% of the experience that the pets were originally giving you. And I've actually already reached this point on my character, and you'll see that I only actually get 300 experience right now for fusing a white pet into a blue pet. So you definitely want to be fusing every single day, not only for the pet fusion bonus, but also because of the diminishing returns. What that means is that you can't just go crazy one day and decide to level up a pet to 50. I mean, you could do that, but it would be very, very inefficient in comparison to how many mesos it would actually cost for you in order to do that. And one last thing I wanted to mention, speaking of mesos, pet leveling and pets in general are very, very expensive. So this is going to be a massive DPS boost, but don't expect to just get your pet to level 50 right away. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of mesos. It's going to take a lot of effort in order to do so. It's definitely not going to be easy, but one little thing that you can possibly do to save mesos is a trick that's been known for a while now. Unfortunately, it's not as useful as it was when it was first discovered, but because a lot of the meso cost in pet fusion is actually this right here, the actual pets themselves are not much more expensive than the fusion cost, but this is very expensive, 10,000 mesos by fusing white pets into a blue pet. What you can do is you can actually fuse white pets into green pets. That only costs 5,000 mesos each. And then what you can do is you can level up your green pets as close to level 2 as you possibly can. I believe it takes 11 or 12 white pets to do so. and then you can end up fusing the green pet into whatever pet that you want to level up. That'll end up saving you some mesos because it only costs 5,000 mesos instead of 10,000 fusing white pets into green pets. Now, the price of green pets is a little bit high right now, but keep an eye out on the black market, keep an eye out prices, and if it's mathematically more efficient in order to do this to save mesos, it's definitely worth it. There is that little penalty, but still, always best to save some mesos if you can, especially when it comes to expensive stuff like leveling pets. So I threw a lot of information at you guys in this video. This might have been one of my most informative videos ever, so if you end up having to rewatch certain parts of it or just pause at certain moments, that's totally fine. If you guys have any questions or you were confused by some of the stuff that I said in this video, feel free to let me know in the comments, or you guys can reach out to me on Twitter or in Discord. Both the links are in the description. And if you guys enjoyed this video and the information was helpful, feel free to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, you guys want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing. Thank you once again, everyone. And as I always briefly mention, if you guys are interested in the November giveaway, I host one of these every single month for a $50 Nexon NX or a $50 Steam gift card. Link is in the description. Plenty of ways to enter. All you have to do is the few things mentioned on the screen, the two easiest of which, being a subscriber to the channel will give you 2 tickets, and leaving a like on the video will give you a bonus ticket as well. And I did mention, because my pet was low level, what am I doing with all my mesos? Well, I am giving away 50 million mesos because of one of the last videos that I made. I feel like it would help a little bit. You know, one of the decisions I could make, maybe make people feel a little bit better about one of the meso making videos that I made. So link to that is also in the description if you guys play on the US West server or are interested in playing on the US West server and want a chance to win some free mesos. With that all being said, thank you guys for watching. If you missed out a few videos on the channel, they should be popping up on the screen right about now. But if not, until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.